What's going on, everybody? We're the Burndown. Today we're going to be bringing you a cigar review. Arturo Fuente, Don Carlos, the man.
The man.
What else? Tell him.
Man, we're talking about everything cigar related. We got cigar pairings. We got cigar tips here and there. Our favorite little tips when you're beginning out, even for veterans. Plus, all our favorite cheap cigars that are the best. Economically friendly cigars, bank account friendly cigars. So, I think that's about it. Anything else?
Bunch of other shit.
So, keep watching, which I know you do. And stay tuned. It's the Burndown.
It's the Burndown. What's going on, everybody? I'm Justin.
I'm Eric.
And this is the Burndown.
Where we spark it up, talk it out, burn it down, baby.
The only podcast that brings cigar lounge conversations to the internet audience.
Boom. Just. What are we doing today? What are we talking about?
We got a cigar review coming today.
Ooh,
cigar review, man. So, what we got?
Talk to him.
So today,
Justin brought these today.
I brought these today. So we're going to be smoking and reviewing the Arturo Fuente Don Carlos, the man.
I've never had this yet.
We've never had this. So this
Should
is the
we,
Robusto.
Should we show the viewers out there what we're smoking?
Get over there and show them, man. Come on. Get your ass off that chair. So this is the Don Carlos, the man, from Arturo Fuente. This is a special blend that was a tribute to the man, the myth, the legend.
The man himself.
Don Carlos. So, Robusto. It's a 50 ring, 5 1/4 inches. I actually tried looking up the filler, the wrapper, the binder, and the filler, and couldn't find too much. I believe it's a special blend. It looks like a Cameroon wrapper to me. I think the
taste very mapley.
Maple-y.
Yeah, like maple syrup on a cold draw. Taste that?
I mean, it's definitely, I get definitely like a breakfast feeling to it.
A little, it's a
little sweet, little like maple hickory kind of.
Kind of like a barnyard too. I feel
it's
like.
Good,
or I should say, taste like.
Well, I think it's a Dominican blend. It's a Dominican blend of some sort, but they don't know the exact blend, or I couldn't find it at least. I mean, I did a quick little research and tried to get it, but it looks like it's a Cameroon wrapper.
Dude, this is nice. This smells fantastic.
Yeah, I definitely get a sweetness, like a chocolate sweetness on the wrapper. Let's see with the filler. A little bit of spice on the filler. So what I'm doing for you
people listening,
new cigar smokers out there is your nose, either side of your nose can actually pick up different scents. Each nostril. I don't know if you knew that. So when you're smelling the cigar, you close one nostril and you can smell and then close the other one, and you might be able to pick up some different scents. It's a little trick. And also to pick up the to clean out your scents. If you have coffee beans, I don't know if you ever went and shopped for cologne.
Great tip.
And if you ever go to cologne or a perfume store, you have they have coffee beans all over, because the coffee beans bring you back to neutral so that you can actually smell you actually pick up what it smells like, right?
Here you go, my friend.
So a trick, if you don't have coffee beans, is to smell yourself, because your body scent is neutral to you because you smell it all the time. So what you can do is,
it's a great tip.
You can smell yourself.
It's a great tip. You told me that, and
works, man.
It works magic. I've done the coffee beans, smell myself, even without even doing cigars. When I'm trying to smell something like you said, a cologne or something, I'd be like, let me get a sense of myself real quick. Give me a little smell.
It works.
And it kind of blows my mind how well it works. But
yeah,
I feel like the coffee beans, though, are a little bit better. You nice bag of coffee beans.
Yeah, but I mean, are you going to carry coffee beans every cigar lounge you go to?
Maybe throw it in your locker if you're blessed enough to have a locker out there. Or be like Napoleon Dynamite. He carries tots. You carry a bag of coffee beans in your pocket.
I definitely get. There's definitely a chocolate, like a raisin hint to the wrapper.
I'm already ahead of you, dude.
I know. There's a. I definitely get that maple, a little bit of spice, like a peppery on the finish on the cold draw. So let's light this bad boy up. We're gonna toast it.
This I'm trying to.
Another tip. I mean, we got fans going on here, so I don't know if this is gonna be able to. I'm gonna lean forward and do this.
You guys don't know. There's flavor wheels all over the internet. That's one way where if I'm really trying to invest into figuring out the certain smells and tastes as a cigar, the flavor wheel does really well, and it has everything you can think of when I put a cigar. Helps me out a lot.
Hell yeah, man! So the flavor wheel.
Yeah, let me get that real quick.
Is I believe it's by so
Cigar
this one
Steady?
is Cigar
Steady, right?
Cigar Advisor.
Oh, Cigar Advisor.
CigarAdvisor.com, famous smoke shop. I think created it, but it's a flavor wheel. So we're gonna put it up on the screen right now, and it's just a wheel that's got a bunch of different sections, and within each section it breaks it down into either spices, animal flavors, plant flavors, or an other category, and then it goes into further depth where it breaks the spices down into dry spices, sweet spices, a toasty, or a buttery. A buttery.
It's definitely not as sweet off the cold draw and the smell. It's a little more like woodsy. It's like a little burnt.
I'm definitely getting a lot of wood.
Right? Burnt wood almost.
Definitely get a lot of wood. And, so, I mean, the burnt could be coming right from the first light.
Yeah. So we'll get back in about, probably try to do a review every 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, I mean, you got to let it, I mean, the flavors from puff to puff are not going to change drastically, but from third to third, they definitely will.
Most definitely.
So, but back to the wheel, what's really nice is a lot of people ask me, how do you broaden your palate to be able to taste all the different flavors?
How do you broaden your palate, Justin?
Well, let me tell you, Eric.
Please tell me.
Having this flavor wheel while you smoke, first off, smoke a lot. Okay, smoke all different. Don't smoke the same thing all the time because then you're going to taste the same thing.
True.
Right? So smoke a lot. Smoke different cigars. And second of all, having this flavor wheel handy, so I keep it on my phone. So a lot of times I'll smoke and I'm licking my lips. What flavor am I getting? What flavor am I getting? I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah.
Open up the wheel and just start reading some of the flavors. And guarantee when you get to it, after you read it and it goes into your brain, you go, that's it. That's what I'm tasting.
100%. When you first showed me that a couple years ago, I remember being in Connecticut, being in my backyard on my deck, and saying, does this wheel really help? Does it really work? And believe it or not, I was smoking, I think it was a Perdomo 20th anniversary maybe.
Great smoke.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, it was actually a great smoke. And I was like, oh, snap. This wheel does really help when you're getting the taste out of your mouth and you're visualizing and thinking about what you're tasting. It definitely helps out a lot.
Absolutely.
So definitely recommend the flavor wheel by Cigar Advisor.
Yeah, it's Cigar Advisor where I got it from, but I think famous smoke shop.
You can just Google it because that's where I found it.
Yeah, I'll put a link up. We'll put a link in the YouTube video.
Put a link up. Do it.
Yeah,
put the link in.
Just put the link in there. Come on, man. This is the internet.
I'm trying to take a drink here, and it's bad luck if I don't cheers. So
yeah, what is this? Episode 3?
Cheers to episode 3, baby.
Let's do it, baby.
Salud.
Salud. What are we drinking, by the way, bro?
One of my favorite pairings with cigar, a little Maker's Mark and some ginger ale.
A little bourbon and ginger.
Can't beat it.
Can't beat ginger, man.
I think
bourbon and ginger.
I think bourbon might be my favorite with a cigar.
Yeah, what are some of your favorite bourbons?
I like Bullet Bourbon, really
man.
good. A couple times ago we had Woodford Reserve.
We did. That was
really
episode 1, I think. We had Woodford, right?
Yeah, it was delicious.
Last time we had the Kansas distilled.
Yes, and that Woodford Reserve was shipped to me by Villager Cigar because they're so kind. So shout out to
Villager.
Shout out to Villager Cigar who gave me that nice bottle of Woodford. But also, I had it once, and someone else, was talking to me about it. I forgot who, but I need to try it. It's like Jefferson
Oceans.
Man.
Yes.
I heard real good things.
You hear about how they...
I went to a whiskey tasting last summer, and one of the reps was there, and they say that they age the whiskey in ships.
Yeah.
So the sea salt in the air, or there's something with the sea.
Yeah, the waves.
The waves.
Because what they do
okay.
is if you have... It's supposed to... Or when you have barrels, right? Occasionally you have to rotate them, right? So you don't have all the sediments and stuff. But when they put them on the ships and they just sail them, the waves
constantly move it.
Constantly move the...
You don't have to do that. That's
so it's
great.
constantly keeping it mixed, and it's good. You've had it?
Yeah. I had that whiskey tasting.
It's one of my stepfather's favorites. He loves it. And my brother-in-law loves Jefferson too.
It's really good.
And they have a couple different ones, and I think they put on the bottle what ship it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they do that.
Yeah, I gotta invest in another bottle on that. But another one is I think it's called Alabama style whiskey or Alabama whiskey.
Greenbow, Alabama.
Great quote.
Great quote.
Do you know there's no such thing as a Greenbow, Alabama?
Really? The thing is Greenboro, right?
I met a person from Alabama. I go, do you know where's Greenbow, Alabama? And they go, there's no such thing. I was just made up for the movie.
Oh my God!
If you don't know what we're talking about, it's
sink into your feet.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
It's Forrest Gump. You should go home, Jenny.
I love you, Jenny.
But yeah, there's no such thing as Greenbow, Alabama, which was a heartbreaker. And then when I lived in Georgia, where they shot the infamous bench scene, it was in Savannah, Georgia, which I found out when I lived in Atlanta.
Life is like a box of chocolate.
So I set up this whole trip to go to Savannah, Georgia, to go see the bench, take a picture of it, send it to my family. And then I found out there's enough degenerates down there that were trying to freaking steal the bench.
Of course.
So now it's in a museum. So now I have to go to a museum to see it. So maybe one day. But yeah, I think it's Alabama whiskey or Alabama style whiskey. I had that at whiskey tasting. It's super good. It's got like little hints of like apple almost, and it's different.
I love that.
It's different. What about you?
Well, I like Bullet. I do like. Have you ever had Blanton's? Blanton's is pretty good. My favorite of all time is Pappy Van Winkle.
I have never been blessed with that yet.
Oh, Pappy Van Winkle is
the
fantastic. So my very good friend of mine was known him my whole life. You know him, my buddy Brian.
My main man Brian.
He blessed me with that, and he was. I was in the city, and we had a friend up from North Carolina, and he was a big bourbon guy. And I told him, I'm like, I think we have Pappy here. And he goes, no, you don't. I went to my buddy Brian. I said, Brian, can you
whip it out?
Whip it out. He's like, I got you. Little samples, fantastic.
Damn.
Fantastic.
What is so special about Pappy Van Winkle? Because I see it all over Instagram. I see people posting the bottles of it. I see the empty bottles going for like $60, $100, just empty bottles.
It's because they stopped making it. So they made.
Well, that'll do it.
They made a certain amount, and that was it. And they just release it every year. So they don't make them anymore, and it's so smooth. You get a night. There's a little bit of a smokiness to it, but there's just absolutely no bite. Like if you get a bourbon and you have a little bit of tink, there's nothing, absolutely nothing.
Yeah, okay.
The burn's fantastic, though. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see that from all the way, but the burn is fantastic.
Don't worry, let me show them.
Get out of here! Get over there!
Look at that burn.
Get over here!
Oh yeah.
It's fantastic, though.
But
I do like, but again, like I said, I don't know the actual blend.
Yeah.
If it was Dominican cigar, it said it had Dominican fillers, some sort of blend. So I would assume that it was going to be a little bit more earthy.
Yeah.
Usually a Nicaraguan filler is going to have a lot more of that
spice.
Yeah, that pepper.
More kick.
So there could be a Nicaraguan in there, maybe a Lajero. I bet you there's a Lajero leaf in here.
I feel like
the Dominican, like the you ever have the LFD, the double Lajero? That's spicy because the Lajero leaf tends to be.
If you got an empty stomach and you smoke that, you'd be put on your ass.
Oh hell yeah!
But I feel like if it had more Nicaraguan, it'd give me a little more of a a spice.
It'd be a little bit fuller.
I'm not getting that.
It'd be a little bit fuller. I'd say it's definitely
mild.
a medium.
Medium to full.
Yeah, it's a medium to full. I think if it was a Nicaraguan, it'd definitely be full all the way. But let's see. We got. I'm definitely getting some plant in there. There's gonna be. I got the wood. We talked about the wood. I get a little bit of a. It's like a farm, yeah, a barnyard, maybe a hay, maybe a little bit of hay in there.
I think that's
like
where that dryness is coming from. Is that hay?
A dry hay I get. What else is in there? You said you got a little citrus on the. Didn't you say you had citrus?
No, I was saying like a little maple. Mapley and like a barnyard, but also like a little floral too.
Oh, okay, that's
citrus,
right.
A little bit floral.
Sometimes floral is confused with citrus. Like for instance, lemon. A lot of times, lemon could be confused with floral because it has that nice, clean, florally smell. Like for instance, lemon pledge. When you use lemon pledge on your wood furniture, and you clean it with lemon pledge. Smells like florals. It smells like flower. It smells good.
Hell
so
yeah.
a lot of times you can sometimes that's confusing, or like a zest versus the actual.
But dude, this burn is absolutely perfect.
Oh, it's fantastic.
And the ash, I'm just stacking dimes over here.
This is great.
We stacking dimes, but there's a lot. I guess because Fuente is just so popular, but some people are just obsessed with Fuente, like.
Fuente fanatics, man.
Fuente fanatics. I mean, only Fuente people will smoke, nothing else. I know. What was it? The Opus X was like the first all puro Dominican cigar, right? Something like that.
The first one ever.
I remember. I thought something about the history with the Opus X. It was like the first puro Dominican cigar. I think I read that in the cigar book.
Oh, maybe that's something I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. Google it, or if you guys know, fact check me. But I'm pretty sure it was the first or one of the first all puro Dominicans back in the day, because I think it was harder to something with the tobacco, or I don't know. I can't remember. Look it up.
I'm gonna look it up right now. We got smartphones, might as well.
Why
Opus,
put me out on blast.
X, first Dominican.
But
Puro, you said, right?
There's one good Instagram account that I follow. I think you follow him too. He's a Fuente fanatic. Maybe that might be his name. You know who I'm talking about?
I'm sorry, you had me look something up.
Yeah. Well, you're a multitasker, but there's one guy on Instagram. He always has Fuentes every day, no matter what. I think it's called. I think he's called Fuente Fanatic.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Fuente Fanatic.
And every Friday he asks everyone to tag him in a story and repost all the Fuentes.
Yeah, shout out to Fuente Fanatic.
Fuente Fanatic, shout out to you. You got some good pictures of all the Fuentes.
Yeah, so back to the, I was talking about the bourbons.
Oh yeah, we got sidetracked.
So, yeah, Pappy Van Winkle. So I told you I had that at my brother from another mother's place.
He hooked us up with, when we went to Lavo that one time, he hooked us up with that Don Julio 1944.
42.
42?
1942.
You're right, Don Julio 1942, because I got the bottle.
That's his favorite. That's one of his favorite tequilas.
I mean, this guy.
Shout out to my boy Brian. That's my brother from another mother, man. I've known him since.
He gave me a great experience, because we talked about mafia movies last time and talked about Goodfellas. He gave us the whole tour, took us down into the kitchen, through the kitchen.
Oh, he's the man.
And I just felt like I was just the man. And
he's.
I felt like I was a good fellow walking through that. I was like, oh shit, look at me.
He's a true one, man.
Meeting all the cooks, all the chefs, going through the wine cellars.
He doesn't fuck around.
I know he's a man. He's the man over there.
He's a true one.
You guys are over in the city and want to go to Lavo.
Mm-hmm.
What's the address over there?
East 58th between Madison and Park.
One hell of a spot. Beautiful Italian restaurant on top, nightclub on the bottom, brunches on Sundays.
So
they tear it up down there.
You go there, okay, and you order the meatball.
I'm interested. Tell me more.
You had it. You had the meatball, man. The meatballs were made with 3 different types of meat, and it's about the size of a softball.
But dude, he gave us so much food. I couldn't remember. He gave us like every appetizer on the table. He gave us the dessert that was like that 16-layer chocolate peanut butter cake or whatever.
The 23-layer peanut butter. And, yeah. I don't even know if it's 20. They probably added layers. But so you go there and you order the meatball. Okay?
The
It's
meatball.
called the meatball. It comes on a little cast iron skillet. You ever see those little ones you can make like one egg on?
Yeah, no
Comes
doubt.
with one of those. And it's about the size of a softball. It's made with 3 different types of meat. Okay?
What kind of meat?
And if I remember correctly,
What kind
I
of
believe
meat, man?
it's veal.
Boom.
I believe it's veal, Italian sausage,
Okay.
and Kobe beef.
Ooh,
I think
I don't know
that's
if
the
it is,
3.
but it sounds.
I could be mistaken, and I can certainly look it up really quick. But you go there and you order it.
We still got to find out about Opus X.
I couldn't find it, man.
I got a reference to the cigar book and go back to that.
Lavo NYC menu. So you go there and you get the meatball. I'm telling you, you're welcome. Just go,
It's a
order
blessing.
it, eat it. You're welcome. If you're
How many meatballs you
obviously, if you it's one big meatball that feeds 4 people.
How big we talking?
I'm talking it's the size of a softball. Like, I'm not kidding you. It's just fucking big. Okay, it's the size of a softball.
Feeds 4 people.
Feeds 4 people. They cut it right into 4s like this, and they put the ricotta on top with the red sauce and marinade. Oh my god!
Now you're talking my language.
Dude, you don't even know. All right, is this where it is? So it's a Japanese beef, but it's unbelievable. They mix all 3 of these: Italian sausage, veal, wagyu. I've been talking about this meatball for the past 5 minutes. on this video.
Little ricotta.
Little ricotta, put the marinade on it. Oh my, mwah.
Oh,
Beautiful,
Maron.
beautiful. Don't put too many onions in the sauce, though. I put two small onions.
Don't ruin the sauce.
Any reference?
Good fellas.
Don't put too many onions in the sauce.
Anyways,
So what do we got? I got a third of the way through now.
yeah. Now we're.
So this is where I'm probably going to take the wrapper off. Now let me know if anybody else does this, because we do this. I don't know if we're psycho.
Well, let me
for
tell you
doing
this. I learned that.
Cuts me off. Look at
I
this.
learned you don't. I'm
No,
taking.
right?
How's it feel? Taste your own medicine. Fucking bastard.
Fucking douchebag.
But I always learned to take the band off, almost when it's about to burn it, because the adhesive rips the cigar.
Yep. The
Right?
heat melts the glue.
Yeah, exactly. So sometimes, here's another tip: don't rip the cigar off as soon as you get it. I see some people doing that all the time.
Unless it slides off.
That's
All right, here's a little fun fact for you. Do you know why the labels were put on there in the first place? I think you do.
Distinctively tell what cigar is what.
Well, the reason for labels was it was a holder for your fingers so that the oils on your finger didn't get onto the cigar.
Oh,
So they put labels around that, so that's where you would hold it.
Oh,
So you never actually touched it.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah.
Something I never knew. I'm always
At
continuing.
least that's what
educated.
I've heard. Or
Well-
what I've read. And now you know what it is on the internet. Just because you read it on the internet doesn't mean it's 100%
Well,
true.
it
But
makes sense. Who wants your clammy hands over a nice cigar until the end? And when it
so
doesn't-
how do you hold your cigar? This is another thing.
Oh, there's a lot of different ways. Apparently,
How do you hold it?
sometimes I'll hold it with all my fingers like this right now. Right?
This is the Italian hold.
You
Right?
kidding me?
How you doing?
You kidding me? Forget
Forget
about it.
it.
Why
What
you
is
holding my
forget? I
cigar
was
like-
just watching that this morning. What is forget? Forget about it's like when you agree with someone, they say, "Hey, that's that pizza was good. Forget about
Right.
it." Right? Or it's like when you disagree with someone, when he's like, the Lincoln's better than the Cadillac. Come on, forget about it. It's like
If you're not Italian, you're just like people are like, what does that mean? Why are you saying like?
he's like,
I love
sometimes it
my
just
Italian
means
heritage,
forget about it.
but sometimes I think I'm like, does this really make sense? I mean, I love saying about it, talking about it. I mean,
What's funny is I'm not Italian at all.
but you've been around Italians
Forget
your whole
about
life. You grew up in that era. I mean, you live on Long Island. It's kind of hard not to be influenced by Italians.
I feel like if you're on Long Island, it's part of it.
you grew up
got a
with people
little-
in Italian. All your friends were Italians. You grew up in Italian families with all your friends, but
Forget about it.
forget about it. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? That's
Fugazi.
another one.
It's a fugazi.
Take it easy. Take it
Take it
easy.
easy.
That's another one. Take it easy.
Take it easy.
If you're not, if you're on outside, you're like,
Case
take it.
quesadilla.
Yeah, well, that's Italian. But you're talking to someone, they go, take it easy. You're like, excuse me, what?
I was like, remember that guy in a cigar lounge? We walked in and it's like, "Hey, paisan, quesadilla."
Hey, paisan, quesadilla.
So, I love that guy.
And he was pumped. He's like, hey, quesadilla.
He's
What's
like,
up?
"Hey."
But
That's funny.
what were we just talking about before that? bands.
The bands, yeah. You hold, or how you hold the
Oh,
straw.
how do I hold my? Yeah.
Yeah, so the Italian hold, right?
Yeah, the Italian. The
Yeah,
Italian.
I
hold.
don't know if that's I call it because you always
No.
say, hey, that's how
You kidding me? What are you doing?
you put it in. Yeah.
Why are you putting that in the sauce? Huh?
Why would you do that, Karen?
Anyways,
That's all we
yeah, I'll
got.
hold it like this. Every once, whenever, or it's just the traditional index finger, thumb, and middle finger.
Yeah, the like that.
The
I
classic.
hold it. Yeah, I hold it like this sometimes. I'll hold it like this. A lot of times when it's getting smaller, I'll hold it like this
Uh-huh.
because I don't want it to be. I
Burning
don't want to
finger.
hold the Churchill way out here like this. So I'll hold it like. A lot of times I hold it in my fingers like this.
See, you ripped it too early. Rip the
that's
wrapper.
That's good. How
Should I
else do
put a
hold it?
hashtag rookie move on that one too, big fella?
Nah, it's all good. If I fucked up the cigar, then yeah, hashtag
If
rookie
I
move.
fucked up the cigar, then
I didn't.
no, I'm just kidding.
I didn't do nothing.
Am I kidding though? Not really.
Anyway, so we're about what is this? A little. I'm coming up on the halfway.
I don't know. You're going a lot faster than me.
What do we get? So let's go another tasting. We were talking about every like 5 minutes or so, but what do we got? Another tasting. So let's pull up that wheel again.
Wow.
What happened?
Rookie move. I just dropped it
Yeah.
all over me.
Boom.
Wow. I thought I would
Hashtag
never
rook-
embarrass
hashtag
myself.
Rookie move.
Damn.
Love it.
It's all over me.
Dude,
I'm embarrassed.
get your life together.
I'm embarrassed.
What's wrong with you? Look at that. Ah! Got him.
Damn it.
All right. So,
We back.
we
I'm
back,
back.
baby.
I'm good. I'm
You
back and
good?
I'm better. I'm
You
back
got-
and I'm better.
You good? You got back to neutral?
I got
your
out of my
bearings,
system.
Got your bearings straight?
I got it out of my system.
All right. So, here's one. I did get a nuttiness.
I'm tasting that right now.
Yeah, there was something, and I couldn't.
In there right now.
So when I was on the cold draw, there was something there that I couldn't really put my finger on. And again, went to the wheel, and this was right before we even started this podcast. I couldn't wait. I was
Yeah,
I was
know.
tasting a little bit, and there was something I couldn't. I'm like, what is that? What is that? What is that? And then I came to it. It's a walnut. It was a nuttiness, and I read it. And I said, yeah, that's probably it.
It's definitely nutty.
Right? Like, you ever have a walnut? It's a very, very dry, very bland
Definitely
nut.
nutty taste.
Right? That's what it was. I definitely get that on here.
I like it. I mean, this is a phenomenal cigar. I mean, how many times have you smoked a cigar? This is my first time with the man.
Maybe once or twice before.
This is my first time with the man.
It's your first time. Everybody loves their first time.
The man. That's something my parents would always say when I was a little kid. Me and my brothers would get a little rambunctious at the restaurant. They'd be like,
Dude,
I'm
you're
gonna call
pulling
them.
out the words, man.
I don't know.
Municipality.
I guess you read a lot.
Rambunctious.
I've been reading
All
a lot,
I cut
so-
you off again.
Stop cutting me off, Justin.
Dude, I'm sorry. man.
But when we would get a little rambunctious in the restaurant or we were somewhere, my mom would be like, "Stop! I'm gonna call the man." You know, me and my brother would be like freezing our tracks.
Who is that?
My dad's like, "I'm gonna get the man." I'm like, "Who's the man?"
Who is that? I thought you were the man.
One time, my middle brother my brother was always a questioner. That's why he should be a lawyer, but he's an engineer. He's smart regardless. But he always questions everything, and my mom and dad would be like, "The man's coming." He's like, "Who's the man?" And they're like, "He's gonna come out here and get you guys in trouble." And that's all it took. We didn't want to get in trouble when we were little kids. I didn't really know what that meant, but I was just imagining like getting like dragging outside or like some old man in like trousers and like a big fat belly or something coming to yell at me. So I'm still scared of the man today. So
Whoever the man is.
I've been behaving very well.
The man, baby. So, this is what we're smoking. Fuente, Don Carlos, the man. Getting onto the halfway point. Burn is still fantastic. The smoke output's fantastic. It's not resistive at all on the draw, which I really like. And you said that.
You love that about a cigar, man.
I love that. When I light it up, I want it to smoke immediately.
You want to relax and just chill back and just puff on a cigar. You don't want to be like,
Yeah, like I gotta suck a watermelon through a garden hose.
kidding me?
You kidding? No,
that?
I want it to be nice. I want it to be easy, right?
Dude,
I don't want to have to. I want it to be. I want it to just let me get in there easy.
Come on. Ain't that the truth? Just let me get in there easy.
Just
I don't want to put in work.
come on. Just be gentle to me. Be nice to me. Come on.
Just let me in.
Just
Come on.
let me enjoy it. So this one did. This one wasn't resist. This wasn't putting up a fight. I mean, when I was lighting it, but that wasn't the cigar's fault. That was fan 1 and fan 2 over here. I had some really good Rocky Patels, though.
I like the Old World Reserve, that box.
Oh, yeah, that's when we met him.
We met Rocky Patel at Cigar Fest in Pennsylvania a couple months ago. Bought one of his boxes. Got a nice John Hancock on the box.
Yeah, baby.
And
put your Hancock on.
Put your Hancock on there. But yeah, I was surprisingly good. I gave it to a couple of my buddies, and they're like, "Wow, this cigar is really good." Smoked it on the course a few times, and they enjoyed it a lot. But,
yeah,
it's a really good cigar. It's box pressed. It's nice.
It's a good one. I like the Rocky Patel. They have some good stuff. What was another one I smoked from there? I can't remember the.
What cigar? One Rocky Patel I haven't smoked yet, but I want to try just because. But the Ray Lewis edition.
Oh, I haven't smoked that one.
I just love Ray Lewis.
Oh, so. Now I don't mean to cut you off again. I just remembered it. Super Ligero. You had the Super Ligero?
Yeah.
It's got like the red and green. Yeah.
Yes, I know what band you're talking about.
That's strong. I've had it in a Lancero version. That was one that's the first one I originally had because I saw it on Instagram.
Yeah.
But, ooh, that looks like an interesting smoke. I like Ligero leaves. It's a Super Ligero. So it's probably got a double Ligero in there, kind of similar to the LFD double Ligero. So I said, ooh, I kind of like that flavor. Let me try it. Fantastic. Loved it.
I'm not a fan of Lanceros, though.
They're hit and miss. The thing about them is because the ring gauge is so small, it's so thin. Sometimes they're hard to make because they're hard to keep the softness of the cigar, the looseness, right, where you get that nice draw. Sometimes they tend to be a little bit tighter pack, and you don't get that easy draw.
Just doesn't seem it doesn't appeal to me. It's too long, too skinny. Just I usually like to stick to the Bellicoso, the Toro.
Bellicoso's a great shape.
Toro, the Robusto, the traditional sizes.
Well, the thing about the Lanceros is you could have the same cigar, okay, same blend, same cigar, same wrapper, same everything, but you have it in a Robusto or a Toro, and then a Lancero. They're going to taste differently, because what happens is the Lancero, the ratio of wrapper to filler is more wrapper flavor than filler flavor, whereas if you have a Robusto or a Toro, there's more filler.
You guys hear that?
Excuse me.
You guys hear that?
So there's more filler, so you're going to get more of the filler flavors than you are the wrapper flavors, whereas the Lancero, you get more of the wrapper taste. So if you have something like, for instance, it's got a Cameroon wrapper and it's got a Dominican filler, okay, which is pretty much what we're smoking right here. I'm assuming it's a Cameroon wrapper, but if you have that with the Robusto or the Toro or the Churchill, you're going to get more of the Dominican flavor and not so much of the Cameroon wrapper, whereas the Lancero, you're going to taste a lot of the Cameroon. So it could be the same exact cigar, but it tastes a little different, which is why I enjoy Lanceros.
I mean, I should give it a try, but like I said, it doesn't seem too appealing to me. It's just too long.
Well, you smoke what you enjoy. If you don't enjoy it, then fuck it. Don't smoke it. Who cares?
Fuck it. I'm not going to try it then.
Forget about it.
But do you like collecting the cigar bands?
Oh, thank you for bringing that. That's what I was going to say. I do. So one thing that him and I both do is when we take the labels off, we save them. I collect them, and it's almost I have a jar. And actually, what I'm going to be doing, and I believe I saw a lot of people do this, is I'm going to take an old photo album, almost like a scrapbook that's got the nice paper, like the parchment paper on the inside.
Sure.
And I'm just going to glue them down and write a little bit about them.
Oh, yeah?
It's almost like a journal. Take the label, glue it down.
Journal.
But I collect. I know you collect them too. Yeah, and you have them in a big jar, and you call them like a...
Well, shout out to my one brother. He got me a shadow box. It says, been there. It's ingrained in it's a shadow box, and it says, been there, smoked that, and it has a little tag, and it says, Brother Cigar. And so now it's just a nice little frame shadow box. You just throw them in there, and it just collects a bunch of different bands. And then I found this cool looking jar, and now I've just been throwing in there. But what I also did a couple years ago was for Father's Day, I bought like a $10 coffee table from Walmart. Bought a piece of plexiglass from Home Depot, some glue, and then I just glued a bunch of different cigar wrappers on the table. Put the plexiglass. Was it plexiglass? Yeah, it was plexiglass over it. And then gave it to my father as a little Father's Day present. So now he has a little coffee table with all the cigar brands. It's actually pretty cool.
I look at it as it's like a jar full of memories.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And what I like is another thing about cigars that I enjoy so much. I remember we talked about this in the first episode, is how we got into them. I like the memories I have smoking certain cigars, right? Like, for instance, this cigar right here. You don't smoke it very often. It's not an every single day smoke. It's a once in a while smoke. So now the next time I could be 2 years from now,
Smoke it.
I could be smoking this in my backyard, and I'll remember this moment.
July, what is it, 20th, 21st?
I don't know. It's National Kiss Your Cat Day.
July 20th, 21st, whatever today is. And, yeah, we shot the episode of the podcast. And it was good smoke.
I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember hanging out
conditioning.
with you. I'm going to remember the day that we had where it's 110 and we were chilling in the pool all day, just, throwing a football around.
Yeah.
I'm going to remember that all because I'm just going to see a label. And that's what I love about it.
Yeah, when you smoke certain, I guess, when I don't smoke every day. I don't have everyday cigars, stuff like that. So, again, with the shadow box, like the most of the cigars on the bottom are cigars I smoked years ago, and then there's certain wrappers that I saved, and I'll be like, oh, this was at a family party. I smoked this with my brother. I smoked this with my with you, whatever. But it's a good frame full of memories.
Absolutely.
And it's enjoyable. So
Yo,
love it.
I'm kind of dry. Do you have the ice over there? And
yeah, you a little parched. Give me that glass.
Yo, I'm gonna I need a little topper if you don't mind, man. I appreciate you. My man. All right. Let's do it.
Quick pouring break. Have you ever got any recommendations yet that you tried, as opposed to like cigar pairings and stuff like that?
Oh, from what? From DMs or?
Yeah, any speaking to someone in person or on the on Instagram, on email. I don't think I have. I don't think I have yet.
I got a buddy at the Cigar Lounge that always, because he knows I review them a lot, and he always hands me some stuff. He's like, check this one out, check this one out, check this one out. And every time I see him, and I don't, it's not like I smoke it every single time. Like,
yeah.
He hands me when I smoke it, he'll hand me 2 or 3, and I kind of put them in my humidor and save them for a rainy day. But no, for pairings, any suggestions? No, I haven't gotten any. I know we'll probably talk about it, and maybe we'll talk about it right now in this episode, but I know one of the suggestions that we got was to do an episode on cigar and drink pairings, whether it be a spirit, a beer, a wine, a coffee.
That's a good combo, What you want to, when you're drinking like a pale ale beer, right? Usually you want to go like a lighter cigar.
Yeah,
you're drinking
you
bourbon.
Pair the bodies.
Bourbon's usually a fuller cigar.
You pair the body of the drink with the body of the cigar.
Exactly.
So if you're gonna go with if you're drinking something light, like you said, a pale ale, or if you're drinking a white wine, or maybe you're drinking a vodka, you pair it with like a mild cigar.
Some light.
If you're going with, if you're drinking bourbon, or you're drinking maybe a red wine, right? Or if you're drinking, if you're drinking an IPA or something, you might want to go with a little bit of a fuller cigar.
Okay.
You just want to pair the bodies because, for instance, you don't want to smoke a full cigar, full Nicaraguan Puro like a Padron, and then drink a Shandy or drink a vodka, because the cigar is just going to completely overpower the vodka. Now, if you're drinking vodka, you may not be drinking it to taste it, right? But my point is, you're not going to taste any of the flavors.
I really don't think vodka is a good pairing with cigars.
No, it really, it's very, vodka doesn't have a lot of the.
It's just no flavor, really.
Yeah, because typically cigars have a spicy flavor to them, right? They're very strong, distinct tobacco, obviously wood flavor. They don't really pair well with the grain.
What about good, cheap cigars?
Good cheap cigars. Okay, that's a better,
more economically friendly cigars.
Okay, sure.
I'll tell you one right off the bat for me.
Go ahead, shoot me. Shoot me.
Shoot me. Why would I want to shoot you?
I would think it was more of like, hey, can I ask you a question? Shoot.
I think you want
like, hey, I'm going to tell you something. Shoot, and I shoot me. Whatever.
I think you're trying to say shoot and then say hit me. The same. That was like one of the.
whatever.
I got something for you. Hit me.
It sounded better in my brain, and then.
Hey man, it happens. It happens.
All right, so shoot.
But
Hit me.
um,
If you say
Not-
the same thing I'm thinking of.
I know you know what I'm gonna say. The Gurkha Park Avenue 44.
That's not what I was thinking, but
Oh, all right. Well, you told me you love that cigar. You love that cigar. But that's one cigar when I first started, my dad would always have, and it's my buddy actually sent me a picture of it today. I haven't answered him, but I forgot to answer him. But he said yay or nay, and I looked at it and it was a Gurkha Park Avenue 44. But we were hanging
How
out.
many fire emojis you send?
I didn't respond to him yet because we were doing stuff and I forgot to answer him. But it is a really good cigar. It's a more of a mild cigar, but I think it's like $5 or $6 a pop. And I only
Yeah, if you buy it in a box.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it comes in a 20. I think it's like $80 a box, but it's more of a milder cigar, but always ample amount of smoke, always smooth, and you get a lot of there's a lot of hay flavors, woodsy, some
Yeah, it's
grass.
a mild. It's probably oak, like an oak and a
it's-
dry hay.
And it's good for parties. When you're going to a wedding or going to a party and people want cigars.
Yeah.
I've done that plenty of times. I've gone to parties and they're like, Eric, you bringing cigars? I would buy a box. I think it's like $80 or $90. Usually I go on Cigar International to get it. But yeah, it's always solid and people always like it. So that's one of my economically pocket friendly, wallet friendly, bank account friendly cigars.
Love it. I've smoked one with you, and I enjoy it. It's definitely a milder smoke. Yeah, it's good. Like today would have been good. Just hanging by the pool.
Yeah,
just chilling. Yeah,
and you're on the golf course. You're doing
and you're not worried to give them out to people.
Exactly, like all the time. If I'm going to some kind of event and people want cigars, boom, that's it. That's the go-to.
Economically friendly. I would go with the Flor de las Antillas. I
Okay.
don't know if you've ever had that one.
No.
That is my father's cigars, I believe. And you get it in our shop, our local shop. It's like $8.50, $9, maybe 10 if you get the larger size.
I got another one. But keep going.
But again, you buy that in a box. If you buy it on the internet in a box, Cigars International, JR Cigars, Thompson, wherever you're gonna go, probably run you $5 a stick, maybe $6 a stick. I think of it like this: if it's $8 in a store, it's probably $5 online, right? And they probably get it distributor. They probably get it $4 or whatever it is.
Sure.
But that's a great one. That's a excuse me, fuller smoke, a good medium to full, leaning more towards, I'd say right in the middle, medium to full, right in the middle. Great smooth. It's definitely got a drier mouthfeel to it, like a kind of like a velvet feel to it.
Okay.
Great smoke output right from the light all the way down to the end, and gonna get it's a medium to full, a little bit stronger flavor. Definitely a lot of a lot of spices in there. Not, I wouldn't say cayenne, more black pepper spice, a little bit of baking spice in there. Gets a little bit of a coffee flavor. Doesn't change too much throughout the cigar, but it's a nice smooth smoke.
What about I feel like the Perdomos are always usually economically friendly,
Yeah.
like the 10-year Champagne.
Oh, I had that on New Year's.
Classic.
Yeah, the 10th anniversary champagne.
10th
I had it with a
anniversary.
glass of champagne.
And that's always a good one. I don't think the 20th anniversary is that much money. I think that's
don't think
always.
so either,
I think
no.
that might be like $9 or $10, but it's always solid. The Perdomo and the Perdomo 20th. That's usually like medium, I believe. That's more of a medium cigar. What else?
I'm looking at. Go with the Olivas.
Oliva. Oh,
Series
yeah.
O is a milder. Series G is more of a medium.
Oh, all the time.
Those are fantastic. Here's another one. Caldwell, Blind Man's Bluff.
Ooh.
That one I can't wait. So I actually,
yeah.
I'm looking through my notes right here, and I actually, on my phone, I keep a journal. Anytime I smoke a cigar, I write the cigar, I write the size I had, the tastings, right? And so on this one, I remember the Blind Man's Bluff. Now, in the store, it's probably
I think it's like 9, 10,
11 yeah,
bucks
something
in
like
area.
that. So again, you'll probably get it for maybe 6 or 7 online. But I remember being very creamy. It's almost like the same.
How creamy?
Dude, creamy. Okay. If you were to have, now I drink my coffee with half and half.
Okay.
Okay. So if you have coffee with half and half, and you know the way that the feeling that the
Let's
creaminess.
Let's get into it.
Okay.
Coffee and cigars. Let's get into it.
So that creaminess, I relate that to the Blind Man's Bluff. So I've had a Blind Man's Bluff with a coffee, and I think they pair very well together. Just because, again, you pair the bodies, and they're both very creamy. So I love that cigar. Love it.
That's a solid cigar.
That's
a real
that's
solid.
probably that's right up there. If I had that one with the 40.
You get that a lot when we're just like in and
That's
out
great.
of the
Well,
lounge.
you like them too. What you like
yeah.
what's the one from them you like?
I like the King. The King is Dead.
Hell yeah.
But that's a little more on the higher end. That's like $14 or $15. But since it seems like this whole episode is just gonna be about cigars, so we might as well just keep going. But
forget about it.
Forget about it. I always like smoking an Oliva with a cup of coffee. I usually drink my coffee either black, or if it's really good coffee, it'll be black. But if not,
Like we had at the lounge, the Cuban. We had the Cuban coffee when they just got that in.
Oh, Madon, that was so
I
good.
didn't even because of the way that it came out. They had the what was it? It was
An espresso machine.
Espresso machine, and it came out real frothy. I was like, "Fuck, I'm not even gonna put half and half in it."
Exactly, you don't need to.
Oh man, I had a buzz going.
It's either the, well, it's not always, but from recent memory, it's Oliva, Connecticut, or Oliva Serie O. I like with coffee. What else is usually? Oh, a nub. It's by
I had that the other night.
Made by Oliva. That nub is really good. The nub Connecticut with coffee is really good. I usually try to stick to a milder cigar when I drink a cup of coffee, but always solid with that. So, again, if you guys like a cup of coffee with a cigar, what do you guys like to? What do you like to drink? What do you like to eat? Eat. What do you like?
No, absolutely, yeah.
Well,
no, it's the same. It's the same thing. It's.
What do you like to smoke with your coffee? That's what I was trying to say.
Well, yeah. What do you like to smoke? But then also, what do you like to smoke after whatever you eat? Because it's just like drinking wine, right? If you're doing if you're eating chicken, right, you're probably going to drink a white wine, a lighter wine. If you're eating steak or lamb, you're going to eat, right? It's the same thing with cigars. If you have chicken after dinner, you don't go with a full cigar. Go with a mild cigar.
I'll tell you a good story. We were at my girlfriend's cousin's wedding. I took her brother outside, started puffing on a cigar, smoking on a Liga Privada number 9, and they were just serving dinner. They're like, "Oh, come outside, come inside for dinner." And me and him were like, "Wow, we're going to enjoy a cigar." So, shout out to my lovely girlfriend, being the smart girl that she is. She said, "You know what? He's enjoying a cigar outside with my brother. Let me just bring him the nice steak outside." Sat outside on a summer night during the wedding. Nice filet mignon, little mashed potatoes, little asparagus.
Filet mignon?
Filet mignon. Little filet
You
mignon.
ever hear people say that?
Yeah.
I'll take the filet mignon.
Can I get the mozzarella sticks? Can I get the mozzarella sticks?
Can I get the calamari?
When I lived in Georgia, I would say mozzarella. People would.
Mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
That's how my sister says it. Mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
The mood she says. I think she says mozzarella. How do they say it in Italian?
Mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
But
fresh mozz.
Fresh mozz.
Can you put some? You said the other day we get the pizza. Can you get the pizza and put that cold mozz on top?
He's like, mozzarella. I'm like, yeah.
Like no, fuck the other
That's
the
solid.
from under cheese.
Ugh, God, never to eat from under cheese.
Yeah, from underneath my toes.
It's not from me to toes.
Bruh.
It's from somewhere deep and darker than that.
Bruh.
But yeah.
Heard
So
that joke?
oh
My
no.
father used to tell me that joke all the time.
But
Gets me
yeah,
every time.
we had the steak, mashed potatoes, asparagus, nice Liga Privada number 9, bro.
Bellicoso.
Bellicoso.
Best size.
That's the best Liga Privada.
best size of number
and a
9.
nice glass of red wine, bro.
Actually-
I was in heaven.
Actually,
Anyway.
I'd put the Bellicoso up with the Flying Pig. I love the Flying Pig. So what do we got? Let's we're coming up to the end.
Let's get back to it.
Here. And
Nice. We got some nice ash still over here. Look
Yeah,
at that
we're
ash.
coming
Look
up
at
to
that
the end.
ash.
it's a longer episode, man.
We're getting
Let's
into it.
go.
I mean,
we're coming up in an hour, I think.
think so. Should I go check the time over there?
I got the time right here. That's what I just checked.
How long is it?
I think we're at like what are we at? 50-something minutes, 55 minutes.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, damn.
We've been talking for a minute. We went from 30 minutes to 40 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, it is what it is, man.
And that's the point of it. That's the whole point. We're trying to bring a good conversation to everyone else out there.
I mean, that's exactly a good point. This is exactly what we're trying to do.
Exactly.
Is just have conversation and bringing those conversations to people, because I'm sure everybody out there has had similar conversations, just shooting the shit, going back and forth, talking about whatever, and
You get lost.
you
lose track of time.
You lose track of time. So it is what it is, man.
And yeah, I mean, this whole episode seems to be about cigars, which is typically perfectly fine because we were talking about a lot of good concepts.
We talked about some bourbon and stuff. We talked
Yeah.
about some restaurants and.
but
I'm telling you, this cigar, the draw is fantastic the whole way through.
Oh, yeah,
the
that's
burn
right.
is super neat.
We're on the last third, right?
I don't know if you can see it. I'm rotating it, and you can see that it's symmetrical all the way through, stacking dimes. I mean, what are you getting at the very end? A lot of the spice came in now. A lot of black pepper came in. I would say, like I said, draw's still good.
It's definitely spicy in the back of your throat.
It's lingering yet.
Definitely lingers, man. Lingers.
What movie's that from?
Pineapple Express. You kidding me? Come on.
You can. Well, I was gonna ask them and say, hey, you can comment, but
Well, sorry, I ruined it for you guys.
you jumped the gun, bruh. Okay, so let's see what we got here.
Yeah, man. We're
I mean,
I'm still getting that hay taste, that barnyard.
it's still a lot of wood, a
Still.
lot of dry wood.
Now the back of the throat's burning a little bit. It's that little black pepper, I'm tasting.
Yeah, it's so it's another tip to get a lot of the flavors is, and I think I might have said this earlier, is lick your lips. It's the same. I look at it like this, okay, and again,
I just got like a nice little like a little smoked meat action on those lips.
Oh, yeah?
Right there. Yeah, I got like a little. I think
because you're thinking about meat the whole day, filet mignon the whole time.
Man, I'm thinking about a lot of meat.
So
But,
no, so again, I'm gonna shout. I'm shouting out Brian this whole freaking episode. My buddy wanted to get in a cigar. He's a sommelier, wine connoisseur, and I told him, I said it's the same exact thing. So when you look at
this is a great comparison.
it's the
Let 'em
same
know.
exact
Let
thing,
'em know.
right? So
Tell
when you're
'em.
tasting a wine, what's the first thing that you do when you're about to taste the wine? Is first thing you do is you look at it, right, and then you smell it, right? So you do the same thing with a cigar, just like we were doing. We're looking at it. Okay, do I see the veins? What color is the wrapper? Right? Because you can instantly think if the wrapper is like an Oscuro, then it's probably gonna put in your brain. It's gonna be a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
If it's a lighter, right? Then you smell it. Did the same. I said, okay, now what do you do with a wine? You sip it, right? Said, okay. You you take a puff, right? Now, obviously, there's a cold draw too, but what you do with a wine, you sip it, right? Said, do the same thing. Take a puff on a draw on your cigar.
Yep.
Said, what do you do with wine? He goes, I let it sit in my mouth. I swirl it around. So you do the same thing. Let it sit in your mouth for a little bit. Said, the only difference is with wine, you swallow. With cigars, blow the smoke out. Said, after you swallow, what do? He goes, I lick my lips. Try to get the flavor. I said, do the same thing with cigars. After you blow the smoke out, lick your lips.
Beautiful
Try
thing.
to get some of the flavors. And I'm telling you, for somebody who'd never tried cigars, I gave him one. I think I gave him a Perdomo. Nailed it.
Really?
Nailed the flavors. He's like, I get this. Is this in there? I go, dude, you hit it right on the head.
Easy as that.
Like I said, because he's used to doing that. He's used to smell. It's just a different smell. Now, obviously, it'll take a little time to get all of the different flavors, but a very simple, easy cigar to do, like the Perdomo that I gave him, nailed it. Fucking nailed it. So, I mean, I would give the cigar overall rating. I mean, what would you give? I mean, let's look at the 5 different. I mean, there's 6 different ratings. What do we say? 6 different. So, first one is how does it look? So these are all the ways that I look.
How's it look?
How's it
I'm gonna tell
look?
you.
How's the cold draw? How is the burn? How's the smoke output? And then the thirds. First third, second third, third, and then the finish. I think there was 2 more.
I give the look definitely a 9, man. I mean, you always give everything a perfect score. I mean,
It's tough. The only thing I would
8.9.
say,
I like the bands. I'm big on the bands.
Yeah,
I judge a lot of cigars on just the artwork. If I see a cigar with a really cool band, a really artistic band,
yeah,
I'd be like, whoa, I want to try that, or that looks really cool.
Yeah, because when it's up on the shelf, the first thing the reason that you're drawn to it is because of the band.
Absolutely. That was
Right? If you got a triple band, right? You got a double band with a little the foot ribbon. Yeah,
That was
foot
when I-
band. You're like, oh my god, it looks amazing.
When I was back in my heyday, I was really drawn to the Diamond Crown Julius Caesar. Purple, blue, had Julius Caesar on the front. Just the name Julius Caesar sounded cool.
That's why the Opus X. I mean, I love the Opus Blue. I mean, look at the
Opus.
It's got a double label with the blue ribbon. It looks
Dude,
fantastic.
The black and the red X, man. I mean, black and red's like my favorite color combination. So the fact that
You like that, yeah.
Fuente does everywhere, you know.
Oh, look
with
at
a
the
lot of it.
Padrones, like a Padrone 50th, the 50th anniversary. It's got that off white. It's almost like the color of these cushions, and then it's got the gold lettering and script. Looks
Elegant.
so
Elegant
is a perfect way to look at it.
The Padrone, I think it's the 45th anniversary. It has the black. It has the black with like the maroon red. That's another one. I'm like, well, that looks like.
So
a
let
great
me ask
cigar.
you this: scale of 0 to 100, just right off the dome. What would you give this
Overall,
I mean, we're coming down to the end here, and we're probably going to end the episode in another minute or so, or 2 minutes. So what would you say right off the bat? I would obviously smoke it again.
100% smoke it again. Perfect burn all the way around. Stacking dimes all day.
Flavors are good.
Flavors are good. Ample amount of
You
smoke.
love that word, ample.
I'm just on a trend. I'm
it
on a
rolls
trend.
off your tongue
It's
nicely.
on a trend. Look at
Ample.
it. But
Ample.
I'd say like 89, 90, man. I mean, it's
I
up there.
was gonna say 90, like low 90s. I'd put it solid. Because here's the thing: to get 100, 100's got to be.
Is it really ever 100?
Like 100's basically got to. I think. I don't know if I've ever. 100's basically where I can't even talk to. I can't talk to you. It's so damn good. I can't even focus on what I'm talking about.
Don't talk to me.
Right.
Get out of my face.
95 and above is absolutely phenomenal. The flavor changed from third to third. Like I've had the Davidoff Chef's Edition, 97, 98.
Ooh.
Like it changed third to third to third. It was fantastic the whole freaking way. But I would say I'm very pleased with this cigar. It changed a little bit, but it didn't completely explode. Like I've had some cigars that first third, then you get halfway and just boom, it explodes with flavor. So I would definitely say 90, 91. Say about there.
Looks like we're in the same place, man.
I love it.
Well, thank you again, everyone, for watching, listening. Where can they find us on all the social media platforms? Let them know.
Find us on YouTube. So if you're watching this right now, you can find us on YouTube. If not, you can just go over to YouTube, search in the Burndown Podcast.
Please.
We'll pop up.
Please subscribe to us if you like it.
Smash that like button.
And smash that like button. Thumbs
Share,
up.
I mean, if you even want to go ahead and share it on Facebook or whatever, you can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Instagram. It's Burndown Podcast.
We got a Facebook page.
Got a Facebook. It's still in the works a little bit.
Yeah. But the biggest thing is if you guys like it, if you guys like the content, if you guys like what we talk about, what we post, please share it. I mean, that's all we ask for. Please subscribe, follow us. If you have any suggestions or a little constructive criticism, what you like to see, what you think we should do.
constructive criticism.
Yeah, we have an email.
We don't take anything to offense.
No, mail. What is it? Mail.burndown?
Burndown.mail.
I always get that wrong. Burndown.mail@gmail. Shoot us an email. It's right in our Instagram in our bio.
We're on all the podcasts, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Play. Mm-hmm. So whichever one you're listening to this right now, if you're watching on YouTube, you can head over there if you'd like to listen to it again. Or if you got halfway through the video or something, whatever.
Our personal Instagrams is Brother Cigar, I'm Merrick. This is Dapper Cigar, Justin.
Yeah, the Dapper Cigar.
Or the Dapper Cigar.
Yeah.
And again,
type in Dapper Cigar, I'm sure it'll pop up.
Yeah, he's the man of Dapper. He's the man with Dapper. Thank you.
That's going to do it for us.
That's it. So
we're just going to finish off the rest of this smoke. We're going to have another glass of bourbon and ginger, and we're just going to kick it.
Appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. Here we go. Let's do. I think this might be the signature. A little click clack with the glasses.
That's it, man.
Salud, brother.
Salud.
Thank you.